Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about some items that I've added to my wardrobe for the upcoming summer season in 2021. The purpose of today's video is to maybe give you some ideas of the missing pieces that you may have in your own wardrobe, and hopefully you will find this helpful, you'll find this encouraging, and yeah, let's just get right into it. When a new season approaches, I take a careful look at my wardrobe to see what pieces that I am missing, what items are kind of wearing out and need to be replaced. And then I start to make a list, a very clear and concise list of what I'm looking for to add to my wardrobe so that when I'm out shopping, whether that is in store, thrift shopping, whatever, I have a plan of action in place, and that way I can stay focused and really buy what I am needing. So unlike previous seasons, this season in particular, the items that I have added for summer actually all came from brick and mortar stores, either from department stores or other retail locations, and that is normal for me. Typically I get a lot of my wardrobe secondhand. Really loud plane or jet or something going over, of course, you know, while I'm filming. Anyway, so we're going to ignore that. If you hear that roaring in the background, that's what that is. But so what I was saying, okay, so yes, typically I get a lot of my things secondhand, and I didn't this season, and the reason for that is this season has been the absolute hardest for me to find the items that I'm specifically looking for secondhand, and there's a couple reasons for that. One of the big reasons is I'm not in thrift stores as much as I used to be. So if you don't already know this, I am a retiring reseller. I used to go thrifting several times a week, and it was very, very easy for me then to find a lot of items that I was specifically looking for in my personal wardrobe because I had first dibs on everything that I found. So since I'm not thrifting nearly as often anymore, I just haven't been able to find those things. And the other reason is this is kind of a unique season in the thrift world, because when you think about this time last year, people were not buying as many items or as many new items. So the items that I'm finding are kind of more sparse, which is kind of a unique situation. It's typically not what I come across, and just my selection is very small, and I'm not really finding those specific things that I'm looking for. And like I said, because I am very focused and very intentional with my purchasing, I don't just buy something just because it's available. I really, regardless of the price and where it came from, I really take the time and effort to really make sure that it is what I want and what I need. So to start things off, the first shirt I have to share with you, it makes me kind of laugh because I call this my Ina Garten shirt. This is a Brynn Walker piece. So if you don't know who Brynn Walker is a lag and look brand that I would say is comparable to Eileen Fisher. I do think that her pieces, whereas Eileen is a little more versatile in age, the age range, I feel like anybody can wear Eileen Fisher. I mean, teens through very mature ages, but with Brynn Walker, I find a lot of her pieces feel a little bit more mature to me. But that being said, I still do find a lot of her items to be absolutely beautiful and things that I personally really like a lot. I really like that lag and look a lot. So this is a tunic length button down top. It's a cotton spandex, which I really like because so I haven't steamed this shirt at all, and it actually looks pretty good. It does need to be steamed still, but because it has that spandex blended into it, it keeps its shape a little bit better and it doesn't wrinkle as much. So that's a little pro tip there, if you have issues with like cotton button downs wrinkling. So it's a good length, and it's an oversized fit. This one I actually got in an extra small. Guys, I'm not anywhere near an extra small, but lag and look pieces, you can kind of play around with the sizing. This is a great basic that was missing from my wardrobe. I actually didn't have a white button-down shirt in my wardrobe for the longest time. This is one of those pieces that is usually spoken about as being a wardrobe staple, and I just hadn't found the right one for me, but I really like the way that this fit and that it looks on me, so I went with this one. I actually have 2 more Brynn Walker pieces to share with you. Here's the label again, and this one's also oversized, but not as oversized, so I got this one in a medium. It's a, again, that lag and look. It's a bat wing sleeve, so it's kind of like this big giant piece of fabric with these little elastic armholes. This is really cute, very chic, and this is a great staple for me. This particular piece is nylon and elastane, and so the dark black, I mean, it's probably not pulling up like the true darkness of this on camera. It actually looks like quite a bit lighter, but it will maintain its color because it is that type of fabric. So that means that it will last me many, many years to come, which is something that I am aiming for when I'm purchasing high quality pieces, especially at higher price points. The next Brynn Walker piece I have to share with you is this kind of herringbone print. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's very light. Tunic. So again, it's kind of like that bat wing kind of drapey type of top. This is perfect to go over leggings. I just thought it was so cute, and this was a super deal. I think I got this for like 75% off or something, and it fit really great. It was very comfortable. I can't remember what the fabric content is on this piece. So it's rayon and spandex, so lightweight and cool, stretchy, and it maintains its shape. I have 2 pieces from Free People to share with you guys. So my style definitely kind of moves between modern minimalist fashion, lag and look, and kind of more, I don't want to say bohemian because I don't think that that is the correct term for it, but I really love Free People. I really love Eileen Fisher, Brynn Walker, those types of brands, and my style is kind of a mesh between the two. Some days I'm more modern minimalist, and some days I'm a little more on the Free People spectrum, but other days I really just want to wear black and white, gray, those sort of colors, and that's what I'm feeling. So that's why it's so important for you to figure out and develop your own personal style. One thing we have to remember is that we're not cartoon characters. We are people, we are individuals, and it's okay to have a style that is a mesh between a lot of different things. So anyway, these 2 pieces both serve the same purpose. They're just a little bit different. So this first one, so these are cropped t-shirts. So I absolutely love the basics from Free People. I'm wearing one of them today. I got this for very cheap. I think this was 20 bucks on clearance, and this is normally like, I think $60 or something like that. But these t-shirts run in the $30 range, but I really love their basics. I think that they're actually very good quality, they last, and they're very versatile. So this one is like a deep V, and it's this olive green color. I have this one as well, and I haven't taken the tags off of this one because I'm not 100% on this one. This one's a little bit shorter, but I like them because they have these generous, like, short sleeves on them. I really like to have my arms covered. I bought both of these tops with the intention on going over my sleeveless jumpsuit because I really like the way that that looks together. These can also go over my long plain black midi dress, just kind of for like a lag and look type of outfit. But these are also great for yoga. These are great for, I actually wore this one to go kayaking when I went with my husband a few weeks ago. We went kayaking and I wore just like a long line sports bra and high-waisted leggings with this, so I wasn't uncomfortable. I felt really good about myself and what I was wearing, so I really like these tops for those specific reasons. But yeah, like I said, I'm not 100% that I'm going to keep this one. This is like a really good color on me, but this may be going back, I'm not sure. So if I ever buy anything that's like final sale from like a thrift store or consignment store or whatever, I'm just 100%, I have to be 110% on it before I walk away with it. But if it's something like from a regular retail location, if I'm not totally sure, but I like it enough to actually purchase it and take it home, I just kind of take some time away from it. I hang it up in my guest bedroom closet and just kind of think about it for a while. And if I don't totally love it within the next week or so, I do take it back. But anyway, let's move on to some more basics. So I was really lacking a lot in just basic tops, basic t-shirts and things of that nature. I've already talked about this one, but you can still purchase this on the Dillard's website. And I love it. I've actually washed this a couple times already and it looks really good. So this one's another cotton spandex blend. Love. So it's just a basic semi-cropped shirt. I love the semi-cropped t-shirts because when you're tucking them in, they don't bulge up and there's not a lot of extra fabric that can make your midsection look a little bit bigger. So I like that, but it's not cropped enough that like my stomach is showing. So I can wear this actually just as is, but I do really like to tuck this in. This is another one that I got from Dillard's. I'm not really familiar with this brand. It's just kind of like a brand that they carry. Again, this was on clearance, very good deal. And this is kind of the sort of the same situation. It's not as cropped as the other one, but it's still shorter. And again, looks really, really good tucked into pants. I have a couple of high-waisted pants that I really like to wear, which one of them I am going to share with you in just a second. But I also like them in jeans. So it's a very versatile top. It's very lightweight. So the next piece I'm going to talk about, this technically I added for spring, but I actually added this with spring and summer in mind. This was a bit of a splurge purchase, but it's something that I'm going to talk about the reasons why I purchased them in a little bit, but these are a pair of Lululemon pants. These are high-waisted. I cannot remember the specific style, so I will insert that somewhere around here. But so here's the deal with Lululemon. Okay, so I absolutely hate their leggings. I think their leggings are terrible and atrocious. But these particular pants and a lot of their other pants, they're pants that are kind of like that fine line between being activewear and you know, everyday wear, or even something that you could wear in a career setting. I really like those type of pants that they have, and they fit me actually very, very well. So these ones actually I sized down in a lot of their stuff, which I find a little bit strange. So these are a 10. I am typically a straight 12 across the board, but not in their pants. So I love these. These are amazing. I do not dry these in the dryer. I hang dry them and I'm very good with them, but they have kept their color. I've worn these a ton of times. These I actually like to, the shirts that I just shared with you, I really like to wear with these and tuck them in. But these were a great investment piece. And so this is kind of I'm going to give a little bit of a tip here. So this is not really well known, but if you purchase a pair of pants or whatever, actually anything from Lululemon, they will repair them for free or replace them for free for you for the lifetime of the garment. A lot of times Lululemon is kind of branded as this very exclusive bougie type of brand that doesn't necessarily have quality garments. But I definitely think that some of their pieces are worth the price point, and especially since they offer that, I mean, I don't really know how you can beat that. So when you take into account that you can have a lifetime pair of pants for that price point, I really think that it is worth the investment. Okay, now that I shared that little Lululemon tip with you guys, I'm going to share a few pieces that are going to be retiring from my wardrobe. So these are pieces that I've either worn out or will be wearing out by the end of the season. And that's really important when you are going through your wardrobe as the season changes. I live somewhere where we have 4 seasons, so I have way more clothes than probably most people with capsule type wardrobes do. And that's because I have to have a lot of different types of clothing in my closet available to me. But as I'm transitioning my wardrobe out, I really am critical about everything that's in there and the pieces that I want to return and the pieces that I want to leave. So these are, again, items that I've just worn out or pieces that just didn't end up working out for me, because no matter how intentional you are with your wardrobe, there's always going to be at least one item that just didn't work out for you, and that's okay, because a lot of times you're not going to know if it's going to work for you until you actually put it into action. So this first top I'm going to talk about is a maybe. And it's one that I'm actually kind of disappointed in because of the brand that it's from, because this is a very high-end, modern minimalist looking type brand, a brand that I actually really, really love and have been happy with other pieces that I purchased from them, but I'll get into why, like my theory of why this didn't last as long. So this is from Vince. I absolutely love Vince. If you've never checked them out before, I highly recommend keeping your eye out, especially at consignment stores or at thrift stores, because if you can get their pieces at those prices, it's so worth it. So this is the label if you've never seen it before. So I purchased this almost exactly a year ago, kind of when the lockdown was starting to lift and retail stores were starting to open. I bought this at Nordstrom Rack. So Nordstrom Rack at that point was having like 40 or 50% off of everything in the store, including clearance, just because they were closed for so long. And I purchased this item from there. So I've talked about before how sometimes the pieces that you buy at these discount department stores are either sneaky diffusion lines of items, or they are pieces from brands that are lesser quality, and maybe that is just the way that it was constructed or the dyes that they used. And I definitely think that is true for this piece. You can probably tell, so it looks washed out on camera because that's what color it is. So this is black, but it literally washed out to this color the first time I washed it. And it's just progressively getting lighter. Now this piece, I could try to dye it, but I am a little bit intimidated by that, and I don't want it to rub off or ruin any of my other clothes. I got this for a really, really, really good deal. So it's not in bad enough shape that I wouldn't be able to donate it, which is probably what I would do with it. And so when I'm donating things, especially because I am a retiring reseller and I know how all this goes, the majority of the items that you donate don't even end up at the thrift store. They just end up straight in a landfill or something of that nature, which is really awful and terrible. So I really don't donate things unless I really think that somebody is going to actually purchase it. So like if it has a flaw, it has to be very minor, because I know it's competing with all those other items in the store. And so anyway, that's just a little tip there. But I am going to continue to wear this through this season, and then I'm going to reevaluate at the end of the season and determine if it looks too worn out or shabby for me to continue to keep it. But yeah, that's not my typical experience with this brand, because I have some of their cashmere and wool sweaters that retail for like $500 or $600. I did not pay anywhere near that, just by the way, but I bought them secondhand, and those are incredible and amazing. I have a pair of Vince sneakers that I absolutely adore. This piece just did not work out as I had hoped. This next piece is one that I bought from my local consignment store. So it's just kind of a no-name brand. It's probably, I don't even know what this is, Olivia Rowe. I think it's like a TJ Maxx brand or something. So I purchased it because, again, it's that little semi-cropped t-shirt. It's got these really flattering sleeves on it. It's really, really nice. I really love this, but I don't know if it's going to show on camera. So this is a good example of a low quality garment. But it is really peeling really terribly right in the bust region. And now if you don't have a fabric shaver, I would highly suggest that you invest in one, because when it comes to shaving, when it comes to using a fabric shaver on high quality garments like cashmere and wool and things like that, those are worth shaving because they are pilling, not because the quality of the fabric is bad, it's just that's the nature of the fabric. But there are other times when clothing pills, and that's because it is of poor quality, and that is definitely the case for this. I paid $6 for this, so I'm not, you know, bummed about it, and I do like to wear my things out, so it's not a bad thing. I do love this. I wish it was going to last longer. So I will say goodbye to this at the end of the season. The final piece I'm going to talk about today is something that I'm not going to be wearing at all. It's just going to definitely be trashed or recycled, and that is this piece. So this is, again, I think that this is like a boutique or something. I thrifted this a couple of years ago. I'm not familiar with that brand at all, but this top is kind of a hot mess. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, but do you see how the hem is just like going like this? It's like, it's got like a decline in it. It is all misshapen and wore out from me wearing it, which is good because, again, like I said, it's a good thing to wear out your clothes. Also, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just very sad. And it's very, it might not look like it on camera, but it's actually very low cut. So sometimes when I would bend over, you know, you could see my bra, which is not a look that I'm trying to go for. So I would always have to kind of, you know, go like this when I would bend over. And yeah, it's just not something that was very comfortable for me. But it is like a rayon blend, so I found it very, like temperature-wise, very comfortable to wear. But I just decided that, you know, when I pulled it out this season, that especially with the fact that it's all stretched out now, and this was another top I paid like $4 or $5 for. I definitely got my use out of it. I don't think I want to, oh, and the other thing too is like the embroidery is starting to come undone. This is not donatable condition for me. So even though I have a hard time just trashing something, unless I have a really effective recycling method for this piece, and if I have any ideas, I will definitely let you guys know. This will just be trash. So I want to know in the comments below what you have decided to add to your wardrobe this summer, or items that you plan to add this summer. Just a quick reminder to make it a habit of making lists when it comes to this. So just jot down some of the things that you are interested in either replacing or adding to your wardrobe to fill in some gaps that you have. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!